Yeah.
This goes out to all the guys who like to play basketball in the rain with no clothes on. This is for you. I know Jesus saves. I wish he'd save us from this podcast. I know he looks after you and me, but I wish he'd take us far away from here.
Don DeMarco, Marco.
Welcome everybody to IDM It Doesn't Matter podcast with Shorts and Othello, and we are joined, thankfully, by a very special guest, one radio legend, Jason Lurch Poppy, Larry Bishop of the Sports Junkies. Shout out, welcome to the doghouse.
Larry is here. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, great,
we got
dude.
you, dude.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, my steampunk Yeti. I got a little vodka Red Bull in here. Cheers to you. Merry Christmas to both of you. How are you?
Shout out to Merry Christmas to you as well. What kind of vodka are you drinking these days?
Open Road. It's my buddy's distillery over in Reston Town Center. It's fucking unbelievable.
Did you see
is that the same
Brett's
Open Road
at the distillery?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were going to say Brett's opening a distillery.
Yeah. That's where the money is, Othello. I mean, you open up, you make your own vodka, you're saving money on, wherever you buy your bottles from, whatever distributor. You make it
Who
yourself.
started that bit, do you think? Like, I know Conor McGregor is huge with it.
They've been around for a while, I'm pretty sure, but I think it's a lot of money to start it up, to open up your own distillery with the equipment and the staffing and the size of the room you need for your distillery.
Yeah.
So you need a lot of space. You need a lot of yard space. But the one over in Reston is unbelievable, and their vodka is fucking good. They got gin, they got rye bourbon, they got rye whiskey, they got bourbon, they got gin. It's really good, man.
Hell yeah.
So cheers to you, boys.
Cheers to you,
cheers,
my
buddy.
friend.
Shorts, what are you drinking?
Oh, a Michelob Ultra.
Nice.
There you go.
That's fancy. That's a fancy drink for Shorts.
Well, I was trying to step my game up because the last time we had Jason on back during the month of Junkies, and let me just say for the record, Jason asked to come on the show. Okay. Now we still want to keep the integrity of the month of Junkies intact, but he did specifically ask in person when he was coming back on the show. So of course we're going to carve out the time for the legend.
Yes. And I know you guys usually record late when I'm, 2 hours into my sleep cycle, but thank you for arranging your schedule around mine. I appreciate it.
Oh, dude, of course, man. 9:30 is a ridiculous start time. I completely understand.
Well, I mean, you got the young kids, you got shit going on, and you work 9 to 5. Both of you boys do, and I work from 6 to 10, really 6 to 9. If you take the commercials out, I do about 3 hours of work.
Do you think you ever get used to like waking up that early? Because I think
it sucks. It fucking sucks, man. Getting up at 4, especially as I get older, it's harder to get up, and I'm not sleeping as well. It's just it sucks.
And you've tried everything. You've tried everything. You've tried the melatonin. You've tried like Robitussin.
No, the melatonin. NyQuil. Yeah, no NyQuil. Melatonin works, but it only knocks you out hard for about 3 or 4 hours. So let's just say I take melatonin at 8 o'clock. All right. I'm probably asleep by 8:45, but my body will wake up at midnight or 12:30. Right. Yeah. So, and then all of a sudden I'm looking over at the clock. Okay. It's 12:45. All right. So I'll fall back asleep for 30 minutes, wake up again, look over. It's 1:45. All right. You don't sleep all the way through. It's probably bad. I mean, a doctor would probably tell you bro, it's not good for you to take melatonin. You got to just naturally fall asleep and let your body naturally wind down.
Yeah.
And then wake up. But I'm just so used to it. I like to get hit hard and go to sleep right away. So that's why I take it. And I've been taking it for years.
Well, is there anything worse than when you accidentally wake up like an hour before you're supposed to? I mean, that fucking
that
kills.
sucks. No, that sucks.
That's like, all right. It's just
well, melatonin, at least you're not taking like trazodone or Ambien or something.
No, I don't take that stuff.
Yeah. So that's fine.
Yeah, look, we've all been there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I have a hard time sleeping through the night, but I think it's just because I'm fat. Like I think that I'm supposed to have a like a sleep apnea machine or something like that. Shorts, you feel my pain, dude.
Yeah, no, I hear you, dude. I got those jelly
what
rolls.
time do you guys get up for work?
7 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah. I get up with the kids at like 6:30, 7.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you might start work around 10 a.m.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to like sleep in again. I'm like, I always hypothesize about like the day that'll happen again. I don't know if it's when they're 5 or 7 or what.
Yeah, but don't wish your life away, man. Because I wish my kids were young before. They're 22 and 20 now, and I wish they were 6 and 4.
Yeah.
And you're gonna think that exact same way when your kids are 22 and 20. Or
do you feel guilt? Like, damn, I should have enjoyed it more. Or
sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I do.
I already feel guilt because I want these days to go by so quick. Like
I know that's the way you feel, and I get it because it's a lot of work when you come home and you're tired and you got to run around. And I understand why you feel that way because I felt the same way. But and I guess it's natural for every parent, because you can't foresee the future. You can't understand what your kids are going to be like when they're in high school or college. But you're going to want to revert back to when they were young, because my daughter's, junior down at Tech. And so she came home for Thanksgiving. She's coming home on Monday for about a month for Christmas. But, I don't see her for a good, August to Thanksgiving and then January to May. I mean, you don't see her for about 8 months.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Do you ever worry about when they wrap up school and all that stuff, you really don't know, like you would hope ideally that they would end up getting a job somewhere near you, but do you ever think about that stuff? Does that plague your mind?
Yeah. I mean, I have no idea. My oldest daughter is living at home. She's here, which is awesome, but she's working. She works for this company, Steampunk, which is a software integration company in Tyson's. Yes. So she, I don't know where she'll go in 2 years. I mean, she might hate it in 2 years and want to go somewhere else. She's been talking about going to Charlotte. She's got friends in Nashville. She might want to go down there. I don't know. She's kind of just tossing it around. I told her you need to work for about a year or two, bank your money, and then decide if you want to go somewhere else. But she's got a good job, good benefits. It's a great company. So I think she should stick it out.
Yeah, plus she's royalty out there in Ashburn, right?
She has royalty, my friend. Hell yeah.
Well, if you're the king of Ashburn,
and she doesn't like that, but she doesn't like that. She hates that.
Yeah.
She hates that people know who I am, and her friends' parents know who I am, and they always ask about. She hates that shit. Believe me.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's like so natural too. No matter how cool you are as a parent or whatever you do, how famous you are, your kids are always going to like disrespect you. I mean, they're just going to think you're a dork no matter what you do.
Right. And all they care about is the money. Dad, can I get this? I need this. This costs this. And can I get it? So she doesn't appreciate, how many hours I put in, how many years I put in to make the money I'm making. And she's, but that's just, she loves me. She understands. But
I think kids probably just get tired of. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you're right. I think they get tired of that. But, probably when she's older, when she's got kids, she'll appreciate it more when I'm not working anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're the king of Ashburn and she's probably your daughters are the princesses, right?
Right.
Is it okay if I just go ahead and dub myself the pauper of Ashburn?
You're the pauper. You're the pauper.
Yeah, that's like a Nubs poor person.
I'd call you the jester of Ashburn.
The jester, right? Yeah, it sounds a little better.
Yeah, you're the Jim Jester of Ashburn.
This is Jim Jester.
I think kids of like, I'm sorry to call you this. You probably don't like it, but kids of celebrities are probably just tired of constantly answering questions about their parents. You know, like it probably happens to them all the time. People, when they find out, oh, my dad's on the Junkies, people probably ask them like the same questions over and over.
Right. So, and they're tired of it.
Yeah, I get that.
It's just like when I'm out somewhere and someone recognizes me. I like the fact that someone listens.
Yeah.
But when they start coming up to me and asking me about stupid shit that we talk about on the air, or did Cakes really say this?
Yeah.
Is JP annoying to you?
What happened with FanDuel?
What happened to FanDuel? Hey, does Eric really cough up a lung every single commercial break? I mean, the same stuff I don't want to talk about, right? But but I appreciate that they listen. It's fine, but it's died down considerably over the years.
Yeah.
I don't go out as much, to be honest with you. I don't. As I get older, it's harder for me to go out. But when I do go out, I usually have a couple guys come up to me.
Right.
Well, isn't it strange? Like, I've talked to JP about this a couple times, but like when it's you, it doesn't feel like you're not that I could relate, obviously, but it probably doesn't feel like you're famous or that you're like a regional fucking icon, one of the most successful radio shows that probably ever logged time on FM radio. It's hard to kind of take yourself out of yourself in a way. Doesn't that kind of feel like, so it's like when you have all these people coming up to you and saying hi and just telling you that they love you, maybe in some way that kind of feels a little, I don't know, for lack of better phrasing, just like trite in a way.
Well, I don't see it that way. Yeah. I mean, you're right. I don't. Do I take it for granted? I don't take it for granted.
I'm not saying you take it for granted. I'm saying like
the wrong words. Yeah.
Maybe it's like you just get kind of used to being yourself, and then every day of the grind of it all and being who you are, that maybe you don't understand how people feel excited to see you. Maybe.
Yeah, because I've never faked my personality on air.
Right.
And a lot of people do. They fake it.
Yeah.
And I've never been that way. All I like to do is go in there and talk sports and talk personal shit and talk life with my boys. And I've never faked it. And I know that there are personalities, not just in the DC market, but everywhere nationally, that just fake it and they turn on that switch. That light bulb goes on, and then they're a different person for 2 to 4 hours whenever they're on. But I've never been that way. So yeah. So when I go out and someone says, hey man, what's a big fan? I'm just like, hey man, what's up? Thanks. Appreciate you listening. I'm not going to turn my personality on like my radio personality on when I meet a listener. That's not the way I am. It's not the way I've ever been. So I kind of get that. I agree with that.
Well, I think I respect the authenticity of that, even in your response to that. Like, there are people, obviously, like if you look at ESPN and like the Colin Cowherds and Fox Sports and all that stuff, like those guys are playing a fucking character, like Stephen A. Smith. And I think that's one of the reasons that people have gravitated towards the Junkies for so long, whether it's you guys are talking about sports or porn stars or whatever. You guys have always been very authentic and true to yourselves. And I think that's a huge part of the reason why you've lasted for so long.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I agree, man.
Speaking of, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I don't know if you guys watch College Game Day, but Pat McAfee, and I understand Pat McAfee's very, he's very popular and he's making fucking $50 million a year. But, he gets on College Game Day and he's good when he talks about the games and he's breaking down games and players and coaches and scenarios. But then, he gets all fired up and he's screaming at the crowd and he takes his shirt off and shit. I mean, come on. That's just an attention grab. And that's something I would never do. And I never was attracted to that type of personality. Kirk Herbstreit is money. That fucking guy is awesome because he is authentic. Like you were saying, Shorts, he's authentic. He doesn't turn on a switch. He just likes to talk football. And, you can tell just by the way he breaks down a game or breaks down a scenario, and he laughs at McAfee because he entertains him, but he would never turn into McAfee. That would never be his personality. But I agree. By the way, how fucking cool was it that college game day was at fucking JMU.
Is that crazy?
26,000 people.
What? Weren't they kind of sticking it to somebody? They were sticking it to somebody by doing that, weren't they? Was it the NCAA or something?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, because the NCAA. So when JMU went from FCS, which was Division I AA, to FBS, there's a 2-year ban on going to a bowl. So they went to the Sun Belt Conference and they won their division in the Sun Belt Conference, but they're not allowed to play for the conference championship because of that 2-year ban rule. But since there weren't, so this is kind of nerdy, but you need there's 41 bowls. And so you need 82 teams to have at least 6 wins to qualify. You need 6 wins to qualify for a bowl. They qualified, not enough teams qualified, so they were they got in on a quirky, malfunction of the rule. But they were sticking it to the NCAA by saying, look, this is our program, this is how much we support it. We got almost 30,000 people here on your ESPN channel. We should be able to go to a bowl, but they're going.
It's pretty sick on the surface how they've gone from basically, like, in a couple years, like say the last 10 years, from a nothing program to a legit fucking, like,
they're good, yeah,
Division I fucking dog,
Well, they were a great FCS program. So Division I AA. I mean, they won a national championship at that level. They went to another championship and lost, but they were a legit top 5 team amongst the as good as they are this quickly years. And their coach just left. He got the Indiana job, so he's going to the Big Ten. So that success kind of hooked him. So he's jumping for a big payday.
Dude, speaking of being asked the same questions over and over when you go out, ever since we announced that we're having you on the show, you're not on Instagram or Twitter, but when you plugged the fact that you were coming on the show the other day, we like grabbed it and just posted it on our Instagram just to let people know. And I gotta say, 80% of the comments were about the same exact thing, right, Shorts?
Oh, you mean the FanDuel thing?
Yes. Now we don't have to talk about it. I don't care, but they would be a wreck if I.
It's not. I think I know the story. I don't think it's as big of a deal as people are making it out to be. It's just something that was funny on the show that came up.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Every single person. Well, the question asked Bish about his FanDuel account for the Junkies parlay bits, Ricky. I mean, it was basically that same exact question over and over and over. Is it as big of a deal as everyone's making it out to be?
No. I mean, so basically what happened was, so I endorsed FanDuel and they gave me, so when I first started, which was early last year, they gave me a credit of $300. They just said, here's $300, play with it, talk about your bets. And so when we started the weekend parlay, we weren't doing the weekend parlay to start. So I think that started probably a few months after that. So, excuse me. But so we did the weekend parlay, and that's $6 a week, $1 each man, and we were never winning. But I'm a degenerate gambler, man. I mean, I'm not going to wait till Friday to place a bet. So I'm putting my bets in on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all the way, right? And I'm doing parlays, and then when I ran out of money, I would just ask my guy. His name's Jack Drillich, and he lives up in Jersey. He works for FanDuel. I'd say, hey, Jack, I ran out of money. Can you? And I don't have my FanDuel account attached to my bank account, so I've never cashed out anything. It's all play money. It's all play money. And so I asked him to just replenish it, and he was awesome at doing that. He put another 300 in, 300. But the other day, when the Giants beat the Skins, or the Commanders, they beat the Commanders, Tommy DeVito, I put my whole load on it. It was like $260. I put the whole load on the money line for the Commanders. 260 would have paid me like $80 or $90.
Yeah.
So, and obviously they lost, so I went down to zero. And then when I came back that week, because it was after Thanksgiving, I told the boys, I said, I got no money left. I got a zero balance in my FanDuel account. And the guys, it was mostly Drab. He was pissed. because he wants me to keep money in there every week so we can put the FanDuel. And he's got a FanDuel account. He could put the bet on his account, but he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Right.
But I just asked my man Jack again and said, hey, can you hook me? And he's like, no problem. I put another 300 in there. So believe me, it was not a big deal.
Yeah, I need to do that with It Doesn't Matter IDM podcast. I need to go, look, Othello accidentally spent the YouTube money I wasn't supposed to, but can you just hook me with another $300?
Yeah, well, check your parents' couch. I got to tell you that
honestly,
story
and I told Jack this. I said, Jack, I know. Go ahead.
No, you got it. I'll tell you after this.
Okay. All right. So this guy, Jack Drillich, he knows I've never cashed out one nickel from my account. So it's just a play money account. So every time he puts the money in, it's just going back to FanDuel. He's probably put, I'm just going to put a ballpark on it, $1,500 into my account, 2,000 maybe. Right. That's all just come back to FanDuel. So I've never cashed out 1 cent, but and he knows that, so it's not a problem asking for it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is a story that Shorts and I told on the show last week, and it's the hot issue on ID and the IDM.
This is our FanDuel debate.
Yeah. So a long time ago, I went to Shorts' parents' house. He was dog sitting for his parents, right? And I had just put $300 in my wallet. I forget why, but I had $300 in my wallet. I'm sitting on his couch, and I leave. I go home, and I realize I left my wallet. It like slipped out of my pocket, and I left it there. So I text him. I'm like, "Hey, dude, I think I left my wallet at your house." I didn't say anything about the money or anything like that. I texted him. I was like, "Hey, can I pick up my wallet from you like tomorrow?" He's like, "Yeah. Drive out to the station to get it." And so I drove out to the station the next day, and I meet him outside the station, and he hands me my wallet. I open it up, no money in there at all, zero, zip zero. And so I look at him. I'm like, "Yo, dude, was there any money in here?" He's like, "No, I didn't see anything. No money at all." And so like for about like 2 months, we were very close to never speaking with each other again. But he told me he had no idea about it. I believe him. It's just a missing $300. So that's where the $300 stick came in. Would you believe him?
Well, hold on. Hold on. And it was never found?
No, never found.
No, see, okay, this is important. This is an important caveat.
I mean, there's no way a ghost took it. I mean, someone took that money.
No.
Your dog ate it.
He's leaving a very crucial part of the story out. So he came over. He lost the wallet in my dad's Lazy Boy, right? I flipped that fucking Lazy Boy over to find his wallet. There was nothing in there besides his wallet. I grabbed his wallet. I took it to the radio station. He came and met me back up to pick up his wallet. There was no nefariousness going on, but he thinks that I made up the fact that the $300 just vanished into the Lazy Boy. That never happened. He probably lost it beforehand.
Well, do you remember having it when you were at his house?
Oh, dude, I got it from like the ATM outside his parents' place.
This is not true.
It is true, dude.
No, dude. What he doesn't want to say, because somebody might hear this, is that he was maybe in the location of a club.
No.
Okay.
That is not true.
Were you
I was planning
West
ahead.
Virginia? Were you in West Virginia strip club?
That might have been the plan, but I was planning ahead. That's why I had the money.
And he also told me at the time, he said, maybe it's possible that I left it on the roof of my car and didn't grab it on the way to your house.
Dude, I was trying to convince myself that you didn't take it. It's like, dude, we're about to we got to get
the hard hitting fucking questions.
Yeah.
By the way, people can subscribe to IDM on Patreon for $5, $8, or $12. That little thing that you see at the bottom of your screen, those are the $8 subscribers. So we appreciate everybody's support, especially Jason. So when did you stop enjoying bits, Jason? Because I feel like you used to, and at some point, like I started listening to the Junkies when you guys were on HFS in Baltimore, right? Orlando, rather. And I feel like you were a very big bit-centric part of the show, especially when you guys went to middays. You guys are playing fucking paper football on the air and shit like that. And then one day it's like you just kind of turned off the bit portion of your brain and you're like, I'm the sports guy now.
Yeah. 100%. Great question. And 100% agree with it. I don't know if it's because I'm just getting older and my daughters, it depends on what the bit is. Anything that's going to, anything that's going to make me feel embarrassed to the point where my daughters are going to ask me, Dad, why were you guys doing this? You know, because when they were younger, obviously they had no idea what was going on. But now that they're older and their friends listen, their friends' parents listen, I'm just a little bit more protective. And then the second reason is probably because I don't know. I mean, maybe I just don't enjoy it as much as I used to. I mean, when I was younger, I had more energy and nothing really mattered. Now I'm just, I got other things going on in my mind, and I'm worrying about other shit going on in my life. So that's a great question, and I agree with you. I don't get into the bits as much. It kind of depends on what it is, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you have said on record, I hate bits. I don't like bits.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like bits, and again, it kind of depends on what the bit is.
It's like a catch-all phrase,
But I think that I don't know. This is just kind of a general answer to kind of all sum it up. But as I get older, I not as many things entertain me.
Yeah,
as I used to.
Yeah.
When I was 33, fucking, I loved everything we did. You know, and 53, I don't know. I'm just a different person. That's what it comes down to. I think.
You grow and mature and shit like that, and your tastes change. I totally get that.
I mean, I totally understand not wanting to partake in anything that's like sexual or pushes the envelope or makes people feel uncomfortable, because that's just a weird conversation to have if it's brought up at like the dinner table or something like that.
Correct. Correct.
I think
so. I just stay away from it.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. Compared to the other junkies, you're furthest along in like the parenting journey, right? Like you got the oldest kids, I think, right?
Well, Cakes' son is older. Let's see, he's 20. I want to say he was 24 or 25. So Cakes has the oldest.
Okay, you're second oldest, right?
No. I think JP's daughter might be a little bit older than my oldest.
Okay.
So JP's oldest, Eric's oldest, and my oldest are all within about a year. But yeah, I mean it's basically the same.
Got you. I mean they're technically adults though.
Yeah.
What? Well, you said your daughter's staying with you right now, but like obviously when they were in the house, you probably had a lot more on your plate coming home after work. But like, how do you? I'm very curious about like people's experiences in fatherhood as they get older. Like, what is your day like? What do you do when you get home? And you know, it's a completely different experience.
Especially because you guys both have two daughters.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, both your kids are daughters. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's their separation?
1 and 3. No, 1 and 4.
Oh,
Not bad.
So 3 years. Okay. I don't know, dude. I mean, when your daughters are adults, you just have great conversations. It's like, you know, just talking to a friend of yours almost. I mean, I just ask her about it. So she works out of the house 2 days a week, sometimes 3 days a week. So when I come home, she's in my office where I used to, during COVID, that's where I was doing the show. Now she's got that office and she does Zoom meetings and stuff. And what she does for Steampunk is she's a recruiting coordinator. So everyone who wants to work for the company, intern for the company, she's got to verify their resumes, background checks and all that stuff. And then if they are valid, she sends them to whatever department they want to work in. So I ask her a lot about that. And I know a lot of people at the company, and I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. It's just like, it's a different conversation, and it's a very mature conversation, obviously. And I worry about them all the time. I worry about when they go away for weekends. Like my daughter told me tonight she wants to go to New York City this weekend to visit some friends. And I said, oh man, fucking New York City. First of all, it's one of the more dangerous cities. It's like fucking it's like Hamas.
Gotham City.
Right.
Yeah. The Gaza Strip.
It's like Gaza. And so you worry about shit like that when they're out of the house. But I don't know if that answers your question, but
if they're not there though, and you just have like
different.
the day and the house to yourself, like how do you keep yourself busy? I don't know. It's
my dog.
Yeah.
My dog. Yeah. Me and my dog.
Why are you giving him that
hang
look,
out.
Short?
Well, because I mean, you said, how do you keep yourself busy? And I was like, I can think of at least one thing.
No, believe me, that doesn't happen either. It's me and my dog, man.
Easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, not that way. Well, now that Othello, it's Christmas time, dude, we've been fucking decorating the house. We just finished decorating the house on the outside today, and then just a lot of shit going on. I actually took a little nap today. Took about a 45-minute nap, and I never nap. But I don't know. It's hard to explain.
You just find shit to do.
You find shit to do, find places to go. I went to Costco yesterday. I mean, just find shit to do.
Right.
Can I ask you, and I know you got to run, dude, because we're like right up against it. But
yeah, I got dinner. I got dinner coming up.
Can you just remind me one time, because this makes me laugh every time. You decided, I think it was in elementary school at one point, that you were going to start telling your teachers that you went by a different first name. And tell us the first name and then why you decided that.
All right. The first name was Larry.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what Shorts has.
I would write on my papers. Yeah. So I would write on my papers, I wouldn't write Jason Bishop, in big letters, Larry Bishop. And my teacher, Miss Costello, called my mother and said, hey, just wanted to say that your son's doing great, but he won't refer to himself as his name, Jason. He wants to be referred to as Larry. And my mom said, okay, that's very interesting. And the reason that I chose Larry is because we had a neighbor, and they had a kid a little bit older than me, boy, I can't remember his name, but his dad, I would see him in the street and play with him a little bit, but his dad's name was Larry. And for some reason, I just attached myself to that name. I liked the name. And so I would go in fucking first grade and put Larry Bishop on my paper. True story.
You were kind of a trendsetter, because look, now kids can tell the teachers to call them whatever they want.
Right. Exactly. I started it. That was me.
Yeah.
That was me.
You're like, don't dead name me.
I should, right. I should change my name on the show back to, from Lurch Bish or Bish Bucks or Lurch to Larry. I just be Larry.
You should.
That's where I kind of started.
100%. And look, you got to go. I know. One last thing, just to caveat off of that, Othello hates that you started calling yourself Bish, because he says that brothers insinuate that as bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bitch. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so to him, you basically calling yourself Bitch Bucks for like 5 years.
Well, the only reason I call myself Bish is because that was my original nickname on the show, and that was also my nickname in high school.
Yeah, and I get not wanting to be called Lurch too.
Yeah.
That's
big dumb goofy Lurch. Fuck that! I ain't gonna be Lurch anymore.
All right, man. Well, we know you got dinner.
We appreciate you. Dude.
Yeah, I'm going
thank
to
you so
Los,
much, man.
It's Taco Tuesday. I'm going to Los Tostecos, right across the street from Shorts' house.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah! Shorts, you can stop by and crash their dinner.
I won't end the live stream right now and meet you over there. All right, Jason, thank you so much for joining us, dude. And if you could just say real quickly on your way out, what your favorite online podcast is. I'm Jason Bishop, and my favorite podcast is
It Fucking Doesn't Matter, bro.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Now you got to change the name there. I'm changing my name to Larry. You change the name to It Fucking Doesn't Matter.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, how are we going to get our plugs on the Junkie?
I'd have to bleep that one out.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right,
we
boys,
appreciate it, dude.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
you too,
dude.
man. Love you, dude. Thank you.
All right.
Howdy fucking rules, man.
Yo, Ace said we blew it.
Oh, fuck Ace. Dude, it was so hard.
We appreciate the support, but what did you think we were going to do?
It was so hard because his video was a little bit hectic.
Yeah.
So
but
anytime
also, like, I mean, we had him on a couple months ago, and I felt like the only topical thing that people wanted to know is the FanDuel thing, and
I didn't even want to ask that, and you still asked that.
Yeah. I know.
Which was
I can't
fine.
ignore
like he handled it well. I thought it was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna fucking grill the guy. I mean, he's our buddy. He's not.
I don't know. I mean, what Ace? What
not
questions would you have liked us to ask? Anyways, dude, you put this up earlier, Corey Rita, with the 1999 blank gram alert. I didn't want to get him in trouble, so I didn't want to play it. But we appreciate it, dude, and we appreciate all you guys who are in here checking it out. Should we go another half hour? What do you want to do, Shorts?
Let's just. This is tough. Should we shift over to the Patreon?
How are we gonna do that? We don't.
It really depends. It depends on how much time you got, because you're the one that's pressed. You know.
Oh, Ace says he's just joning. All right, yeah. You really got us hot and bothered there for a second. What the fuck?
Fuck you, dude. No, he's the fucking man. By the way, I totally misspoke in the beginning when I said that the scroll at the bottom was the $8 tier. That's the $12 sillies. The silent
that's the silent majority.
The $8 tier is this right here.
Yeah. You better do it.
Yeah, the $8 tier. Shout outs to AJ McCown, Alex Davis, Brendan Cooney, Brendan Smith, Brent Wenzel, Brian Altman. Shout outs to Brian Busties, Chris Pertell, Spence, Danny Loudermilk. Shout outs to David P. Wilson, David Slat, Don DeMarco, Ernesto Ladon. Shout outs to Craven Moorhead, Hazlitt, James Faz, Jason Adams. Shout outs to Jen Montana, Hugs and Kisses Babes. Shout outs to JP Flame, Jason's co-host. Shout outs to Kevin Smith, Chris Stein, Kyle Kogan, M_Jizzle, Matt Broderick, Matt Dodson, Matt Starcheck. Shout outs to Peter Rosenkrantz. Shout outs to Instagram.com/Brad Paints This. Check out his artwork. It's awesome. Shout outs to Ron Mexico and Sean Kibler. That's the $8 tier right there. The $12 tier is this one down below. Yeah, let's just keep rolling, dude. It'll be too tricky to switch over, especially like 20 minutes. But
we got a blank gram from a former coworker. AJ Stone, fellow coworker, $4.99. Love the show, fellows. Dude, thank you so much for checking it out. Thank you for
AJ the Stock of Corn.
Yeah, Aaron the Stock of Corn. Yeah.
Stone is Stone his last name? No, that's not his last name.
I think that's his like DJ name, AJ Stone.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to AJ Stone.
Dude, so thank you for coming over this weekend, man. It was a good time, a good hang.
We did have a good time. Sorry, go ahead. I'm still trying to catch my breath. I hope that the audio came through fine. A lot of times what I've realized is that even when the video is skipping, the audio, which you guys can find on iTunes, It Doesn't Matter podcast, or Patreon, of course, for $5, $8, or $12. We appreciate everybody's support. Each tier comes with different perks. I find that usually the audio is still consistent throughout, even if the video is skipping. So I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that the audio carried through that. But obviously the video was a little difficult there.
Yeah. It's all good.
Anyways,
Ace said,
what were we seeing?
New studio set up for Othello. Yeah, man. Got the decorative crib in the back. No, I'm doing the show from the baby's room because the kids are downstairs screaming at everyone. So yeah, had to hop in here. Corey said audio was great.
Oh, that's awesome. Good to hear.
Yeah.
So we always have to just keep talking, even if it looks bad on our end. We just gotta keep fucking talking, keep moving our lips.
Yeah, seriously.
So we hung out on Saturday for the UFC fights. Big old hang. We haven't had one of those in at least 6-7 fucking months, dude.
Well, yeah. No, the next morning I realized why that was. I mean, it was just so painful waking up at like 7:30 after I think the last fight ended at like maybe right around 1. It was the bare knuckle fighting thing.
Yeah.
So Saturday,
there was like UFC. It was the UFC.
Yeah.
Fight night. That's like nubs. And then it was
although my spiritual advisor was fighting.
Shout outs to Benil Dariush, your spiritual advisor.
Yeah. Got knocked out in 33 seconds, but it's all good.
That makes you question your faith in Jesus.
But yeah, we had the UFC fight night. We had Ryan Garcia boxing, and then we had bare knuckle with a bunch of former UFC guys fighting. And then I had a couple of my neighbors over, guys who listen to the show. Well, actually, my one neighbor doesn't really listen, but our guy David who listens, and I invited another guy, but he was out at a comedy show, and then you. Yeah, man, I appreciate you being there. It was fun, but goddamn, dude, that shit is way too late, man. 1 a.m. that's too late of a hang for me.
Well, we've said that for years. Like all throughout the pandemic, Othello and I hung out like pretty much every weekend.
Yeah.
And basically we took that time that we allotted ourselves to hang out, and we said, let's use this time and to allotting it to starting a podcast.
Exactly.
So now we just don't hang out anymore.
No more, no less. Yeah.
No, it was good. It was good to hang. It was good to have some fucking laughs on a Saturday night again without any pressure of like doing the show. So it was just a fun chill hang.
Yeah. I appreciate you being there because, dude, honestly, sometimes like when I have people over, I feel pressure to like keep the conversation flowing, and
I'll just fill it in.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's too much for me. It was too much pressure for me this weekend, and I had Shorts there just throwing in zingers, throwing in topics of conversation, talking about sports shit that I don't understand, and I was like, God, thank God Shorts is here, man.
Yeah, I was running a podcast in real life for like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I was your producer behind the board. Just like chiming in every once in a while with sound drops. Why are you getting? Yo, we got a Ace says Shorts' portrait behind him kills me. Can you real quick just like pull that up and explain what it is? Yeah. For those who don't know, it's thin Shorts when Shorts was probably a $190 and he had hair and everything, and it's an attractive Asian girl, and it says I get sized on it.
Yeah, it's been a while since we talked about this, but I wanted to put it in the background because it's got the word sized, and obviously we're all here for the junks.
Yeah,
like I don't know, she was like, fuck, god damn it. Let me put it up to the camera. Hang on.
Yeah, that's good.
There we go. So that was me when I was like in peak physical condition, obviously coming off of the Get Huge Club back in the day. Mm-hmm. And that was at Snowshoe Mountain. A buddy of mine had this made afterwards. But this girl was a fucking dime, right? And obviously, just to speed things up, I finger popped her in a hot tub at Snowshoe. So it's obviously
hell yeah.
It holds a special place in my heart.
I get butt sized in my penis.
Yeah, she gets subscriber. I know it's the quote is supposedly coming from your brain, but it looks like she also gets sized in that picture.
Yeah. That was so
awesome.
Sorry. I wanted to tell you, it was so fucking awkward before we hung out on Saturday.
Yeah.
Dude, that 7-Eleven near your house that I've gone to for years, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. It's basically like fucking Islamabad outside that fucking thing.
I know, dude. It's fucking awful, man. Yeah. I mean, I've told people before, South Lakes Drive, if you stay on my side, it's like nice, and there's nice nice families, and you don't have to worry about getting carjacked. But yeah, you cross 8 Mile Road and you fucking try to explore there, and good luck, man. Yeah, you went to the ghetto 7-Eleven.
8 Mile Road. I've been going there for years, but normally it's like mostly cool. But dude, I'm starting to like really question how dumb I am, because it's like so dark at nighttime, right?
Whoa, dude. Whoa.
I said it at nighttime, and
Okay.
and you know that even that the parking lot is like poorly lit.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
so
it's like it's prime condition for getting like robbed.
Yeah. So I went in there and I was just trying to grab some beers before coming over to your place, like I've done for years of beers at Oathman's place. And these dudes were like harassing me. Like they were borderline menacing me. Like on the way in.
Yeah. Yeah. So you get out of your car, and what do they say to you?
They were like, yo, man, can I get some money? And I was like, I can't. I'm sorry. No, I just went in. Like, you have to like train yourself, because if you open yourself up to it, you don't know how far it can go, right?
Yeah.
So you just have to almost be an asshole and just shut yourself off to it. Is like, I think I'm generally like a nice person, but I just like in that scenario, you just got to blow right fucking past it. So I go inside. The guy's like, "Man, you a bitch." I was like, "Whoa." Okay. So I go grab the beer, come back out, and again, it was two guys, by the way. It wasn't just one. So it's 2-on-1. If this goes real fucking haywire, it's 2-on-1, and I know I'm getting fucking crushed, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so the guy's like, "Yo, man, come on, just a couple dollars." And I was like, I can't. I have to go. And I'm like trying to like fumble for my fucking key and like open my car as fast as possible. And I'm slipping. The guy's now following me to my fucking Miata, right?
Yeah, he's like,
"But what the hell, boy?"
And I can feel him right there. Like I know he's following me, and I see a shadow like at like the dimly lit parking lot.
Yeah.
And he's still talking, and he's like, "Come on, man, at least give me a beer." And I was like, thinking in my head, like, what happens if I sit here, extend, like belabor this whole terrible situation, and I sit down on the trunk of my car, I open my case of glass beer bottles. Does this end well in any way scenario? And you have to like process this in like a split second, because believe me, I wanted to just to make him go away, but I was like, there's no way this ends well for me.
Yeah. It probably would have cracked you over the head with it.
And I was exactly. And I was like, no, I gotta go. And I'm fumbling for the key. I finally get the car open, get inside, throw the fucking nearly crush it broken against the other door, throwing it in there. And then like lock the door as fast as I can. He's touching the back of my car. He's like, "Mitsubishi, man, you a fucking bitch." And he's just jawing even more. And I can hear him through the fucking car. And I don't care if the guy was directly behind me. I was fucking hitting reverse as fast as possible and getting the fuck out of there. It was so fucking terrifying. And I was like, God damn, dude, I almost got fucking murked in the parking lot of 7-Eleven just trying to grab beer.
Did you when you walked inside, did you say that you just ignored them, or you said something?
I just said no. I said no. I can't. And I walked inside. So going inside was way quicker than coming out, because now I've got the beer, and they already know that I've already denied them once. So they're just saying, let me really piss this guy off. Let me get under his fucking skin, and they did.
Yeah, of course, dude. Fuck.
I was thinking, like, do I stand any chance if it comes to this and I have to turn around and swing on them, and I was like, nope, there's a 0.0% chance I stand a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I think my usual go-to line is, sorry man, I don't have any cash, but now it's like that's not as passable as before because they all have Venmo and Cash App and all that shit. Like I told you, I saw a dude holding up a cardboard sign while I was leaving Safeway with his fucking Venmo and Cash App on it. Dion 209 if you guys want to send him a couple bucks. But, sometimes I use the kids not like physically use the kids there. But
stay away from me. Stay away from me.
I'll be like, sorry, man, I got a bunch of kids. All that money goes to them. But yeah, that's fucking terrifying, dude. That sucks.
Well, it's like you're doing anything you can to like think of like cutting them to the core of their shame, but these are shameless people. They're asking you for fucking money outside at 7-Eleven. They're loitering there for a fucking reason because they know people have money going in and they can get you twice. They can get you on the way in and on the way out. That's what was scary to me. And it made it like not a normal, just quick brush off situation. It was like quick brush off. And then, oh, fuck, now they've got me on the way out too. And all the time it takes me to get to my car, get the car.
Yeah. No, that's fucking terrifying, dude. That sucks, man. I every time I go there, because ever since I heard Drab say he's never gotten delivery pizza, I'm like, man, I'm just wasting money. And it's like 2 miles away. So I drive there. I pick up Domino's for the family. And every time I go there, dude, it's a fucking different face asking for money. Dude, one time I went there and it was like this young white girl asking for money. And I was like, this is very weird. I've never seen.
Who said these weren't two young white girls? I didn't say that.
But yeah, that sucks, dude. Corey Rita says, you a bitch with money though, so fuck them. Spider Clamp says, you tell them you work too hard for your money to give it away. Oh, that definitely would have started some shit. Get a job.
There's no fucking shit. By the way, Ace said Schwartz's portrait behind me. Oh, he kills me. There was something else I wanted to point out. Oh yeah, your wifey's cool with that portrait in the house. Yeah, I've got all kinds of embarrassing photos in my house that she's just like, whatever it is. He's weird. Whatever, that just comes with the territory.
Comes with being engaged to Shorts. Well, I think he's talking about the fact that you said you finger blasted her.
Oh yeah, she knows that too. Yeah,
she does.
Yeah,
damn,
she
dude.
knows all of it. Yeah,
fucking. Yeah, well, I'm sorry you had to go through that, dude. That's embarrassing for me because I live near that 7-Eleven. Go to the nicer 7-Eleven. That one is fucking risky.
I'm just not going to come to your house anymore. I mean, I'm invited, but I'm just not going to do that anymore. Avoid the situation altogether.
Yeah.
Your deck looks awesome. Shout out to Shiler Construction. I finally saw it for the first time since it's been finished. I was out of town when the project wrapped up. Your deck looks fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Thanks, Bob, and thanks, Shorts, for building me that deck. I appreciate it. Dude, we got the your people coming through today and yesterday to do the insulation in my attic.
Oh, the Mexis?
Yeah. They
I'm the Mexican of all Mexicans.
Yeah.
I work for them, with them, around them. I am a Mexican.
Yeah, they were here all day today, and they'll be here tomorrow. I'm gonna be so salty if our upstairs isn't warmer after they do this, because that's what they convinced us of.
They're working on the HVAC.
No, the insulation. They're like taking it out and replacing it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I told that story on the show, how like some dude convinced us that there was an infestation of disease carrying mice upstairs.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I think that was a Patreon exclusive.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Subscribe to us on Patreon for $5, $8, or $12. Just download the Patreon app. It's great. It's like 3 times more the show than what you see right here. We do this free show once a week. Usually it's on Fridays. Today it's on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because we made an exception for the Papa, of course.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they convinced her that we were gonna die if we didn't get our insulation replaced in like 3 weeks. And but she did the Yehudi thing, and she called some other places to shop the prices around. Mm-hmm. They're gonna charge us so much more. So we called this other place. They did the took a look at the attic. We didn't really need we weren't gonna die if we didn't get new insulation, but they said we're wasting a lot of energy because it's old and fucked up. So yeah, that's what they're doing these days.
Well, I know you didn't. I know you didn't use Moxie because we've talked about the horror.
Nah, dude, nah.
Moxie,
fuck those guys, man.
Yeah.
Did you? Ace asked, did Shorts get his carbon monoxide detectors yet?
Nope. Still haven't gotten them. No.
Really?
No,
I thought that was a major issue.
I've kind of been sleeping on them. At this point, I might be taking a dirt nap on them pretty soon here.
Don't do that, dude.
I've just been so busy. Like, even this weekend, I wanted to do it, but then it was like, oh, we had to have these like new tables delivered on Saturday, and that's when we were going to go get a Christmas tree. I only have Saturdays and Sundays like completely free to hang out with my vagina. So I had to do that obviously this weekend, especially considering last weekend I pissed her off by not spending time with her.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday we went to go get a Christmas tree. Dude, tell me how fucking irritating this is. I sent her links to 5 different Christmas tree orchards in the area.
Yeah.
And I meant to tell Lurch about this, but I totally forgot. We picked these 2 that were in Round Hill, Virginia, which you know about. Because you've been intrigued by some of the homes there in the past.
Out there, but it's too far. There's nothing out there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we picked these Roundtree, Virginia, because there's 2 orchards within like 10 minutes of each other. Christmas
Round Hill
farms.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was also this pie place on the way there, which Lurch talked about driving to on the Junkies fairly recently. And my vagina, she's a P1 of the junk. She
vagina. Is it
Moms?
Moms?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So we went to Mom's. My mom to get some pies. And then went to the Christmas tree farm. The first one was closed. I don't know how the fuck that happens.
Yeah.
But I went to their website afterwards. I wish I had done this before. And it said, we're closed for the season. And I was like, how does that work? It's
right.
It's Christmas time.
Yeah.
The second one was a couple of minutes away. We get there and we have to grab a saw and grab a rope and then walk up this big ass fucking mountain, right? Mm-hmm. And I was all on board of this. I was like, that's why I sent her the links. I wanted to do this. And she goes, wait, we're cutting our own tree?
That sounds like a lot of work.
And I go, yeah, this is what we talked about. I sent you all the links. And she goes, I didn't click on any of those. And I go, you had 3 days to tell me you didn't click on the links. I go, what the fuck did you think we were driving all the way out here for? She goes, I don't know. I just thought we were going to go to a nice little farm and they were going to cut the tree for us. And that's that. And I go, no. And so she's like, I'm dragging her up this mountain, right?
Yeah.
She's like lagging behind. She's probably like 50 yards behind me. And I go, come on. And I go, if I just keep walking, she'll have to keep following me, right?
Right. So
we get like 3/4 up this fucking mountain. There's trees everywhere. She's like, they're so tiny. And I was like, we're looking at one section. There's like at least a dozen sections of trees. Keep walking. keep walking, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, these are like $200. And I was like, you're paying for the experience. It's a part of the process. Get on fucking board. We're doing this. And she's complaining about everything. She's like, it's raining. I have to pee. And I was like, oh my fucking God. We drove all the way out here. What did you think we were driving out here for? You can't just bring this shit up now.
Well, really, it's her fault. Like that you guys are there.
Dude.
All she had to do is open the email that you worked hard putting together.
I know. She even acknowledged like the text messages that I sent her with all the links.
Yeah.
And then just never bothered to read them for 3 fucking days. Three days to tell me, let's not do this. I don't want to do this.
So how did it end? What'd you guys end up doing?
We left without a tree.
No way.
Obviously. Yeah. We left without a tree. Only drove like a cool 45 minutes to get out there.
So she won.
Oh, she won. But what
was the breaking point? Like, how did she convince you to just give up?
She kept complaining, and then she goes, I'm not going to drag this tree down this mountain. I go, I'll drag it. I'm a man. I'm 40. And then she was like, I have to pee. They've got terrible porta potties here. And I was like, oh my fucking God. And I was like, all right, let's go. You win. Let's go. We'll go to another Christmas tree farm that's a little closer to your radius that you're okay with.
So Did you guys at least get your mom's pizza?
Yeah, we got our mom's pie.
Hell yeah.
On the way there, and then drove about an hour and a half from Round Hill, Virginia to Fairfax, Virginia to Merrifield Garden Center. Shout outs to the Warriors family. I went to high school with him. Got a nice tree. It's done. It's here. It's fine. Quick, painless. Didn't have to cut it down. It's fine.
That's so funny, dude.
I was so irritated by all of it because not only did we she have all this time to respond to the idea of going there, right? It was also we went together to Home Depot to get like a drop cloth to put on her fancy ass plug-in car, electric car, so it wouldn't fuck up the roof. I was like, at any point in this process, you could have said, I don't want to cut down my own tree.
Jesus, dude. Yeah, that's although I gotta say, this is this is proof that working with Bob is doing something, because I know that stay-at-home shorts would not be sized to fucking walk up a mountain and cut down a tree and bring it back down. So
yeah, that's true. Like at no point did it cross my mind that I don't want to walk up this mountain and cut down this fucking tree. I can tell you at every point in her mind.
Yeah.
My
vagina.
That she wanted to not do any of that. So it is what it is. It worked out. All's happy wife, happy vagina, happy life. So it's fine. We got our tree. We're happy. Everything's good.
Cool, man. Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap it. I gotta go downstairs and be a father. That was great, dude. Thanks for setting it up, dude. You're our booker extraordinaire. It's almost like I'm not really pulling my weight, but I appreciate you booking me.
Well, it's a lot of weight to pull.
That's true. It's a big 2,500 pound load. No, thanks for setting it up, dude. I hope you guys liked it. Sorry we didn't ask the hard hitting questions, but maybe next time.
And we appreciate Jason for joining us. Of course,
hell yeah.
You don't understand. These guys are so successful for so long. They do not have to do this. In fact, they don't. Look at other podcasts that they appear on. They don't do it. Okay. We're so fucking grateful to those dudes, the Junkies, of course, for always supporting us. And we appreciate you guys for supporting us too. If this is the first time you've ever tuned into It Doesn't Matter IDM, you can find us on the Patreon app. It doesn't matter. Just search It Doesn't Matter. We'll pop right up. You'll see our logo that you see at the top of the screen right now. Subscribe for $5, $8, or $12. It's totally up to you. We appreciate anybody subscribing at any level. We just want to make people happy, have some laughs, have some old school laughs, so we don't have to think about what we say. We just say it. There you go.
Wait, Pia, I always see you in these Junkies broadcasts. Consider checking out the Patreon.
I know. Right? Yeah. Sorry, we're not Steve Dahl.
Yeah. Maybe we get Oscar Santana on. She'll sign up.
That'll never happen.
Anyways, yeah. Thanks for joining, guys. Ace, Corey Rita, Mike Cook, all the dogs, AJ Stone, everyone. We appreciate you guys for joining.
And we'll be back Friday on YouTube with the normal show at 9:30 and then the Patreon thereafter. So
hell
yeah, you guys. Thank you.
All right, players. Peace.
Peace.